just had heavy legs. I mean, just looked to be very tired out there at the end.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player. Now with more and more freshmen, Clark. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. The Nuggets leading by 5. Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker.
So for New Orleans right now, Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. Evans and Davis, the forward tandem, and it's Ajinça in at the center. And the basket by Gordon.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Jazz made a big difference. He ended with 13 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort. And as you said, I mean, New Orleans made the playoffs for the first time under the name Pelicans. Unfortunately for them, they ran into the Warriors in the first round and were promptly swept away.
Holiday attacking. The shot by Evans. Nobody around. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. There's Freak and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Davis. And now it's time to look at our rookie leaderboard and see which of the first-year players are tops in assists during the last month. Freak, number 1. Emmanuel Mudiay is second.
Playing unselfishly, and they're way ahead as far as processing the game and making decisions offensively. The past month bears that out.
Well, you can see how much more comfortable they're getting with the ball in their hands. I mean, they're maintaining their composure and really just surveying the situation and taking what the defense gives them. A good night for Freak. He has 9 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
It's Davis on the wing. Takes the 3. Holiday with another miss.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. They set the screen. And it's Evans missing. The Nuggets leading by 7. Freak with it. 9 points in the game so far. To the left wing. Here's Barton. And so that's the end of the...
Yes, guys.
Now the second half about to start up and begin. Is here. Denver's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Tanking is something that all teams that are out of it tend to do. I hate that word, Clark, but it seems to be the one used by a lot. Nuggets didn't really try to hide it last season either.
Well, you know, it certainly looked that way. Right around March, they just started sitting key players for no real reason. They framed it as rest, but it didn't quite look that way.
Freak in at point guard. Wilson Chandler out there with Arthur. Then there's Harris. And it's Laverne in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And here's Freak. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Here's Cole. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And guys, for the Nuggets, it seemed to come out of the blue for their players. They all felt fresh, but the press release would say they needed rest, so obviously a bit of miscommunication there.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint. And taking a look here at some stats for Freak, he's been more than solid over the last month. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 6 assists and 2.5 steals. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
Well, you want a guy to come in who knows how to run the offense intelligently, and that's exactly what he does. Kind of like how you ran things, Greg.
So he gets them both. 1:25 left in the third quarter. Pass to Arthur. Feeds it to Freak. Releases. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7.
And, you know, back to the Nuggets and giving up a bit near the end of the season, miscommunications like that can really bother a player. Still, it's a viable strategy. I don't know if it's viable, but it's a strategy that could pay dividends if executed the right way.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's what we and they always love.